Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the English Learning Podcast. I'm Jason, and I'm here to help you improve your English step by step.
Hi, everyone. I'm Julia, and I'm so excited to be here with Jason today. Today, we're going to talk about something really important, something that can change the way you speak English forever.
That's right, Julia. Today, we're talking about how to speak English with confidence. If you've ever felt nervous, scared of making mistakes, or worried that people will laugh at your English, you're not alone.
Exactly. Many English learners feel the same way. But the good news is that confidence can be built, just like a muscle. And today, we'll share simple tips, real stories, and small exercises to help you start speaking English confidently, step by step.
And don't worry, we'll keep it easy and practical. You don't need perfect grammar or perfect pronunciation to start. What matters most is starting and practicing every day.
Yes, and we promise this episode will be friendly, fun, and full of helpful advice. So if you're ready to speak English without fear, stay with us. It's going to be an exciting journey.
All right, let's get started and see how we can build your English speaking confidence together. All right, Julia, before we talk about how to speak English confidently, let's first understand why many learners feel nervous or lack confidence.
Yes, Jason. I think one of the main reasons is fear of making mistakes. Many learners think, what if I say something wrong? Or what if people laugh at me?
Exactly. And this fear stops a lot of people from speaking at all. But the truth is, making mistakes is a normal part of learning. Even native speakers make mistakes sometimes.
Another reason is worrying about pronunciation or grammar. Some learners think their English must be perfect, or else they're bad at English. But English is meant for communication, not perfection.
Yes! And don't forget comparing yourself to others. Many learners see fluent speakers and feel, I will never be like them. But every learner has their own pace. Confidence comes when you focus on your progress, not others.
Also, some people don't practice speaking enough. They might read, listen, or write, but without speaking, their confidence stays low. Speaking is a skill. You improve it by practicing.
Right, Julia. So, to sum up, the main reasons learners lack confidence are fear of mistakes, worry about pronunciation or grammar, comparing themselves to others, and not practicing enough.
Exactly. But the good news is all of these can be improved. Confidence is something you can build step by step, and that's what we're going to show you in this episode.
So don't worry if you feel nervous. Everyone feels that way at first. The key is to start speaking, even a little, and gradually build your confidence. Julia, now that we know why many learners feel nervous, let's talk about something very important. Mindset.
Yes, Jason. Mindset is like the foundation of confidence. If your mind believes, I can't speak English, it becomes very hard to speak confidently. But if your mind thinks, I can improve step by step, everything changes.
Exactly. A positive mindset helps you take risks, speak even if you make mistakes, and learn from those mistakes. It's like training your brain to say, it's okay to try. I will get better every day.
I love that, Jason. And one simple tip is to replace negative thoughts with positive ones. For example, instead of thinking, I will say something wrong, think, I am learning and I will improve with every sentence.
Yes. And mindset also affects how you feel before speaking. If you think positively, you feel calm, confident, and ready to speak. But if your mind is full of doubts, You'll hesitate, even if you know the words.
So remember, confidence starts in your mind. Believe that you can speak English, and your speaking will naturally become stronger and more confident.
Absolutely. And in the next segment, we'll share practical tips to actually speak English confidently, step by step. All right, Julia, now that we understand mindset, let's get practical. Here are some simple tips to help learners speak English confidently.
Yes. Tip number 1 is start speaking, even with simple sentences. Don't wait until your English is perfect. Even a small sentence is a step forward.
Absolutely. For example, instead of waiting to say, I would like to order a cup of cappuccino, just start with, I want coffee, please. Simple and clear works.
Tip number 2. Practice every day, even a little bit. 5 to 10 minutes of speaking daily is better than 1 hour once a week. Consistency builds confidence.
Right. Tip number 3 is listen and repeat. Listen to English speakers, podcasts, songs, or videos, and try repeating what they say. This improves your pronunciation and makes speaking feel natural.
And don't forget, Jason, record yourself speaking. Listening to yourself helps you notice mistakes and track your progress. Over time, you'll feel much more confident.
Exactly. These tips are simple, but if you do them regularly, your confidence will grow every day. Remember, confidence comes from practice and small steps.
Yes. So start small, practice every day, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Speaking confidently is a journey, and every step counts.
Julia, now that we've talked about tips, let's discuss something important. Common mistakes that reduce confidence.
Yes, one big mistake is overthinking before speaking. Many learners stop themselves from talking because they want their sentence to be perfect, but this just blocks confidence.
Exactly. Another mistake is hiding from speaking. Some learners avoid conversations thinking, I'm not ready. But avoiding speaking slows progress and keeps confidence low.
And don't forget comparing yourself to others. When you see someone fluent, you might feel, I'll never be like them. This comparison makes you nervous instead of motivated.
Right. Another common mistake is focusing only on grammar. Learners often think, I can't speak because my grammar isn't perfect. But communication is more important than perfection. People will understand you even if your grammar isn't 100% correct.
So remember, Jason, the key is don't overthink, speak regularly, focus on progress, and don't compare yourself to others. Avoiding these mistakes can make a huge difference in your confidence.
Absolutely. Confidence grows when you take small, regular steps and stop holding yourself back. Julia, one thing that scares many learners is making mistakes while speaking. But the truth is, mistakes are a natural part of learning English.
Exactly, Jason. Every learner makes mistakes, even advanced speakers. The key is how you react to those mistakes. Don't get embarrassed or stop speaking. Instead, see mistakes as a chance to learn.
Here's a simple tip. Pause, correct yourself if needed, and keep going. For example, if you say, I go, I go to the market yesterday, just smile and correct it, I went to the market yesterday. No big deal.
Yes. And another tip is to laugh at small mistakes. Laughing shows you're relaxed and confident. Mistakes don't define you. They are just part of the journey.
Also, learn from your mistakes. Keep a small notebook or voice recording. Write down or record sentences you said wrong, then practice the correct ones. Over time, your mistakes will decrease and your confidence will grow.
And remember, Jason, the more mistakes you make, the more you improve naturally. So don't fear mistakes. Embrace them as stepping stones to confidence.
Absolutely. The secret is to keep speaking, keep learning, and stay positive. Confidence comes when you take action, even if it's not perfect. Julia, now it's time for a mini practice activity. This will help our listeners start speaking English with confidence right away.
Yes, this is simple and fun. We want our listeners to speak aloud, even if it's just a few sentences. Don't worry about mistakes. Just try.
Here's the first exercise. Introduce yourself in English. Say your name, where you're from, and one thing you like. For example, hello, my name is Sarah. I'm from Kabul. I like reading books.
Exactly. Now, listeners, take a moment and say it out loud. Don't rush. Speak slowly and clearly. You can even repeat it a few times to feel more confident.
The second part is to ask a simple question to yourself or a friend. For example, what is your favorite food? Or, how is your day? Asking questions is a great way to start conversations and build confidence.
And remember, it's okay if you make mistakes. The goal is to practice speaking and feel comfortable using English. Every word you say is a step forward.
Yes, try this activity for just 2 to 3 minutes every day. Over time, speaking will feel easier and your confidence will grow naturally.
So, listeners, take a deep breath, smile, and start speaking English today. You can do it.
Julia, one of the best ways to build confidence is to use English in everyday situations. Speaking in real life helps your brain get used to thinking and talking in English naturally.
Exactly, Jason. For example, you can practice English while shopping. Ask the cashier, "How much is this?" Or, "Can I have one, please?" Short sentences like these make a big difference over time.
Yes, and another easy place to practice is online chats. Even sending a few messages in English to friends or language partners helps you get comfortable with writing and thinking in English.
And don't forget simple daily interactions like asking for directions, ordering food, or talking to classmates. Even if it's just a few words, using English in real situations builds your confidence quickly.
Here's a tip, Julia. Prepare a few sentences in advance for common situations. For example, excuse me, where is the bus stop? Or, can I have water, please? When you know what to say, speaking becomes much easier.
Yes, and the more you practice in real life, the more natural speaking English feels. Remember, every small conversation is training your confidence muscle.
So, listeners, start with small steps. Use English in your daily life. Speak a little, practice a little, and soon you'll feel much more confident. Julia, before we finish, I want to share a quick story to motivate our listeners.
Yes, real life examples are always powerful. Jason, do you have one in mind?
Absolutely. There's a learner I know who was very shy and afraid to speak English. She made mistakes all the time and even avoided talking to people in English. But she started speaking just 2 sentences a day, practicing in front of a mirror and with friends.
And what happened, Jason?
After a few months, she became much more confident. She could ask questions, introduce herself, and even have short conversations in English. Her confidence grew because she took small, consistent steps every day.
That's amazing. The key takeaway for our listeners is confidence grows gradually, and every small effort counts. Don't wait until you're perfect. Start speaking today.
Exactly. Remember, Every successful English speaker was once a beginner. The difference is they kept practicing and didn't give up. You can do the same.
So, listeners, stay patient, stay positive, and keep speaking. Every word you say is a step toward confidence and success.
All right, Julia. That brings us to the end of today's episode on speaking English with confidence.
Yes, Jason. Remember, listeners, confidence doesn't come overnight. It grows step by step, word by word, and practice by practice.
Exactly. Start speaking today, don't fear mistakes, and use English in small, everyday situations. Little by little, you'll see improvement and feel more confident.
And don't forget to practice daily, even for just a few minutes. Each time you speak, you're building your confidence muscle.
Thank you so much for joining us today. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe, like, and share. And remember, your English journey is just beginning. Keep speaking, keep practicing, and keep growing.
Yes, see you in the next episode and keep speaking English with confidence.